Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. So I was one of the lucky players who got a house with the 6.3 housing expansion. And like I said in my previous video on housing, I made sure to bid on a house with a low number of bids. So I bid on plot 17 in Lavender Beds, where there was actually only one other bidder. And this was on my list, this plot. I think it's an underrated plot, and I really like it so far. It feels secluded, it is by the lake, and overall, it's really nice. Regardless, this was my first time dealing with the housing system in Final Fantasy XIV, and I have some thoughts. First of all, housing gets expensive. Not only do you have to purchase the plot for, in my case with a small 3.7 million, but then you also need to buy a construction permit for 450,000, and then of course you need to spend more gil on furnishing and decorating. All in all, you are easily spending millions extra on top of what you already paid for the land. So if you're looking to get a house, make sure you consider the extra expenses involved. But if you only have 3 mil, still bid on the house, because if you get it, you don't have to construct or spend any more gil until you're ready. Now, I did anticipate that housing items, particularly from the market board, were going to cost a good amount. I did not anticipate, however, how much these items were going to skyrocket after everyone got their plots. But, duh, I should have known that, but here we are. So, 2 things with that. First, if you're getting housing items on the market board, make sure to shop around in different servers. You can use Universales, which is a website I'll link down below, to see which worlds have the best price for the item you're looking at. This isn't always up to date, but you can also just hop around from server to server. It can be time consuming, but it will save you a lot. Second, if you can craft housing items, this is a great time to make some gil. I'm not sure how long these prices are going to last, but it seems that items are going for even double the price than they did before. I'm in no rush to furnish my house, so I think I'm gonna wait a week or so before purchasing any big items like exteriors and stuff to hopefully see the prices cool down. Now, also, I knew that decorating a house wasn't easy, but my goodness, major props to the Final Fantasy XIV interior designers out there, because not only is it difficult to create a cohesive design, but the system for decorating from Square Enix is really just not the best. I will preface this by saying I am playing on PlayStation 4, so that probably makes it worse. So 1, there needs to be more storage capacity for items. For a small, you can hold 200 items right now, which to be honest is not a whole lot, but I think it's ultimately fine for a small. But with mediums and larges, I think you also don't get that much storage. Number 2, there needs to be a better way of visualizing items in your space before purchasing the item. Yes, you can see how individual items look like in your house, but there's no way to place a bunch of items to your liking so you can see how all of the pieces work together. Also, there's no way to see how exteriors, the outside things like on the walls and stuff, look like without buying it off the market board first. So all you have is like a small thumbnail where you really can't see anything. I had to really resort to YouTube to see what these exteriors actually looks like, and I'll link a video that I saw below. Third, there needs to be more information given when you first buy a house. Square Enix gives you absolutely no information. I had to look up a video on YouTube, which again, I'll link that below, because I didn't even know how to actually build the house. Maybe that's just me, but I had no idea where to get the NPCs, like the mender. I had no idea that you had to get a mini aetheryte to be able to teleport to your house. A lot of little things like this that I just really wasn't aware of, and I couldn't really find the information anywhere. So I think it would be nice to have some sort of intro cards like we see in Island Sanctuary, where they walk you through the basics. Now, I am nowhere near done with my house, as you can see, and even with the pain points I've noticed so far, it's still really fun to make a place your own, and the actual housing items themselves are really cool, cute, and just fun. Housing does take a lot of time and a lot of gil, but it is another thing to do in the game, and so far I'm really enjoying it. And I think everybody should be able to experience this part of the game. Like everyone else, I think Square Enix needs to work on allowing everyone who wants a house to get one, but I think this was a good step in that direction. Now, if you weren't able to get a house and still want one, make sure you check plots this coming Tuesday as a new lottery period begins. There will always be people who get their house forfeited for not logging in, and this coming week, there will also be people who moved to a new plot and now their old plot will go up for sale. And like I said in a previous video, if you don't care too much about the location or size, there were some plots that had 0 bids that will go up for sale again this week. And that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe.